Uh, no, sir.
Okay. So unfortunately, I have deleted the old server. I mean, which is the one we created for the testing, right? For the Anson. Let me try to create it. Hmm. Did you got the notes also, right? I shared it that is also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So before coming up the instance, what I'll do, I'll have two, three slides related to uh, GitHub only. Let me talk about what is this centralized and distributed VCS, right? Okay. So VCS means it's a version control system, right? So let me talk about this too. So what is this centralized? So if you're able to see it, so all the single central server stores all the versions. Okay. So you are going to store the all the repo into the one server. So client checks out files from the central repo. Okay. So any client machine, it will be interacted with this server for the repo. So requires the network to commit to changes and single point of failure risk. Simpler model, easier admin. Okay. Admin side is fine, but if you compare to the single point of failure means it is a risky, right? So that is why most of the people they will not suggest it. Earlier days they're using centralized. Now everyone moved to distributed. So every user have a full copy of the repo. So what the client or the developer can do, they can just download it, they can keep it in there locally. Okay. So work offline, commit locally, no single point of failure. So faster operation. So locally we can able to see the history. So industry standard for the modern teams. Okay. So this too is very important. Any doubts? These two things, centralized or distributed. So if nothing, let's move on to the next slide. So this is the architecture, like architecture from local to remote. So if you're able to see it, there is a developer one and developer two. Okay. So what they're going to do, they're going to push and pull to the GitHub repo. Okay. So that is a shared team repo. So pull request, and this is a cloud backup. That means so it is hosted on the cloud, so that you will have a backup everything repo. So everything it is stored on the cloud only. Okay, and each developer has a full copy of the locally true distributed architecture. So this is a distributed architecture. So many developer can able to communicate it, right? And if you go to that next slide. So this is a Git workflow that is included four stages to GitHub. Okay. So for example, you are the developer, right? So you are working on the directory locally. Okay. So you are going to add the files, you are going to edit the files, you are going to change it. Whatever you want, you are going to do it in the locally. Then you are going to check that Git status. You will see that untracked files, and then you're going to git add command, you're going to use it. This will go to that git staging area, and you are going to again you are going to commit it. It will go to local repository. Local repository means in the same machine only. Then when you are using git push, it will go to your GitHub. So this is the process. In the back end it is running, but you do not know how that is working. Okay, so these slides are very important. Any questions on these three slides? If nothing, I'll just move on to practical. So today we'll talk about how to configure the credential, how to create the repo locally, and how to push the local repo to GitHub. That is what we're going to talk about. Chalo. So let me what I'll do. Let me log into that server. Okay, so let's install it very quickly. Two things. One is for git bash. Visual Studio Code. In the meantime, if you have any questions, let me know.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah,
the each time we create an instance and user, the each time you have to install the VS Code, sir.
exactly, because you have deleted the EC2 machine, right?
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah. So now let's talk about first is creating the your first repository. That is what we'll see. Okay. So how to create the repository. So now what I'm going to do, let's open the new terminal. I'm going to use, anyway, that's fine. Anyone I can able to use it. Let me try to go inside this path. So this is not taking because it is a Windows server. Okay. Now what I will do, I'll create it in the same directory. Or let's go to CD desktop, right? We'll go here. Picket ls. Now what I will do, I'll create the one of the folder called my first project, right? Then I'll go inside this project. Now I will use it git initialize, right? Git init. So this is very mandatory first time when you are doing, right? So this you need to initialize it. Now I'm going to just create the one of the file called readme.file. Make it dir so that it will shows your file, right? Let's make it ls. Is it working? Yeah, ls also it is working. The PowerShell, that's fine. So now once we done it, once we created the folder, once we created the files, okay. Now we need to use a command called git status. So git status it is saying on branch master, okay, no commit sest, untracked files, okay. So this is exactly as of now we are in the working directory. So now we are in the working stages. Okay. If you are able to see it, git status, then we are going to add one by one, right? So let me go to here. I'm going to add the file. Okay. So there is a two way to add the file. Okay. If you wanted to, you have a 10, you have a 10 files. I wanted to specifically add one file means that is also possible. Okay. So just use a command called git add and the file name. Or I wanted to add all the files. Okay, just use it dot. Dot means present working directory, all the files. Okay, anyone you can able to use it. So I'm going to use it dot. Then just type it git status. Git. Are you able to see it? Earlier it was untracked files, right? So if you go to that, it is saying untracked files.
Yes, sir.
Now we move to changes, right? Changes to be committed. Now it is saying that, so you need to commit it. That is what it is saying, right? So before, let's do the commit. So while doing the commit, be careful. Okay, you need to mention the what you have done the changes. That is what you need to mention it, right? Let me make it maximize. So what I'm going to do, this is my initial commit, right? So I'm going to just mention initial commit. So it is saying that we have not created any username, password, everything, right? So let's do it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, so let me add my username. Okay, so this username where it is available in the GitHub. So if you're able to see it, the same username I've taken it. Okay, and email ID I need to configure it. Just add it. I'm going to just make it default editor called Visual Studio Code. Okay. So these are the few steps you need to do it before doing anything. Okay. So let me verify that git config list. So it will show us all the details here. The credential details, everything it is going to be shows here. So this is a mandatory thing first. Then you can do the git commit, right? Okay. So we are already done it. Let me cd desktop. Cd my project. Let me check the git status. We, please tell or okay, we are already added, right? Unable to auto detect query minute. Let's copy. Let me make the changes here. We have added same thing only. Let me do it one more time. Let's try to run it. Okay. So now it is committed, right? So this username and password, make sure that configured. Otherwise, you will get these kind of errors. So once we committed, let's go to that the command called git log, right? So what this git log command it will do? It will view the history of the whatever you committed, right? So if you're able to see it, so you have initialize the commit and the date and the author, okay? Username and email, both it is shown. To the commit ID also we can able to see it. So that is where we can able to use git log. So now what I'm going to do, I'll do the some modification on the readme file. So let me see it. Let me, so I'm just adding here. Okay. Let me check it. So now it should be shows read because we have added the changes, right? Are you able to see it? There is a modified files, readme dot files. Okay. If you do multiple times the same file, okay. So this will go to modified state, okay, or untracked files. So now I wanted to see the git difference, right? So the command called git diff. So this will shows so how many files are there is a difference. Okay. The content it will not shows here, but it will shows like a readme.md and b slash readme.md. So there is a changes little bit. Okay. So that is where you can able to see it. Now I'm going to add it again. Git add readme, right? Just enter it. Okay. Now again, I'll just commit it. So once it is done, just check git status should be green. Sorry. Okay, so it is in master branch, and so there is nothing to commit. Working tree is clean. Okay, let's clear it. Okay, so this is the one part. Okay, these are where whatever I use a command, you should know it. Okay, these are all the very basic commands. Without these commands, you cannot uh, push it, you cannot commit it. Okay, so what you have done it, so this is very mandatory. So same thing we can able to do it on the GitHub also, right? Okay, so now you are the developer, you are doing everything in the locally. Now you wanted to push to GitHub repository, right? So how to do it? Okay, now let's go back to that portal of GitHub. Okay. Now what we can do, we can create the new repository, right? So right side you have a new repository. So repository name, I'm going to give it my first project, and I'll keep it everything default. So here there is a two things. One is for public, private. So private, you are going to use it in the company. Okay. Any organization, they're going to keep their all the uh, GitHub, I mean any source controller, VCS, any files, they are going to stored under the private. So now we are using public, right? So I'm going to create it. So once we created the repo, what we need to do, we are already having a two things here, right? So if you're able to see it, create a new repository and the command line or pushing existing repository. So we are already having a existing repo, right? So we need to push it. So how do we push it? Right? So before that, what we need to do, we need a access key and we need username and password, right? So in the GitHub, what we are going to do, we are going to use a personal access token that we call it as a PAT. Okay, PAT, personal access token. So let's go and generate it. Let's go to the developer setting. So there is a personal access token, right? Just click it and go to tokens and generate the new token. Okay, from where local to GitHub, you can give it meaningful name. Okay, for the identification. So now what you can do, you need to check. Okay, all the things whatever you wanted to do. Okay, I wanted to that's fine, I don't require. Okay, this all required. Reuser, so related to repo you need to select it. Otherwise if you don't want to read, just make it S. Let me do it. Generate the token. So this is a token, right? So I'm going to use this one to authentication, right? Now what I will do, I'll just copy. Okay, here there is a two thing, SSH and HTTPS. So now I'm using HTTPS. SSH I'm going to show it to later. Okay, so I'm going to use it here. Let me copy. Okay, that is already done, right? Let me copy. Yeah. So here two things we need to change it. So we are going to use it main branch, not master, right? So always in GitHub, so you are going to use it main branch, not master. Locally, you are going to use it master, but officially in the GitHub, you are going to use it main. I'm going to show it you. Okay. Let me go back to here. So now it will ask for the authentication, right? Are you able to see it? There is a sign in with your browser or sign in with code or the token, right? So let's use a personal access token, what we generated, copy it and paste it here. Are you able to see it? So what is saying? It is pushing to GitHub repo, right? So there is no errors, nothing. So how do we confirm it, right? So just go to GitHub repo, just refresh this page. Are you able to see it? So now whatever we have created a readme date local file, are you able to see it? This is my first Git project, right? So this is a simple way to start it, right? And if you're able to see it here, main branches. So we can able to create a multiple branches also. So by default, it is a main branch in the GitHub. Okay. Any doubt till now? If nothing, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about branching strategy. Okay. So now we configured it, creating a repo locally and how to push the GitHub. Okay. And how to create the authentication, right? That is also done it. So now we'll talk about branching strategy. So what is this a branch? So normally by default, to keep the all the files, there is a multiple projects. So if you go to any organization, they are not going to do it all the development code on the main branch. They will create it on the in the future branches only, right? So now we'll try to do it, right? So now what I'm going to do, let's create the branch. So I'm going to create the branch called anything. Okay. So I'm going to mention it future about the page. So you can keep it short also. You can call it as a future branch also. Just mention it. Now let me check that branch details. So git branch. See, are you able to see it? So there is a two branches are there. Okay. Now I wanted to switch to future branch, right? Whatever we are created, right? Because we wanted to do the development code there also, right? So let's switch to branch. Now we can verify it. Git branch. The star mark, it is automatically, it will go to your future about page. Okay. Now I'm going to do the add the file into the about.md file. So now I'm going to create one more file called about.md. Okay. So now I'm going to just update it here. Now let me add to, sorry. So I'm going to add to staging area now. Git add about.md. Now I'm going to commit it. Now I'm pushing to our future branch, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm mentioning git push version future about page. Okay. So now if there is any error, it will show this. Okay. Now let's go and verify it in the portal. Are you able to see it? There is a future about page. Just open it. You will see both the files. Okay. So what we have created a this file about page about.md files, right? So this is how we can able to create a new branch and add the files and commit it. So now let me switch back to the main branch. Let's clear it. We can verify it is switched to main or not. Just use git branch. We are in the main. Now we wanted to merge the branch, right? So how to merge it? From git merge future about, from main to our future. So let's hit enter. Just type it directory. Okay. Are you able to see it? Earlier, it about.md file, it was there only in the future branch. Now it is in the both the files. So let's go and verify it in the main also. Just make it main. Still we are not pushed, right? Okay. So readme files it is there. Okay, let me see it here. So are you able to see it here? There is a two files in locally. It is available after merging, right? So you can just push it and you can see it. Now what I will do, I'll just push it. Okay. Now I'll go back to here. I'll just refresh it. Are you able to see it? Right? Both the files, it is there in the both the branches. So if you wanted to delete the after do any all the things, comment everything, right? So now we can able to delete it. Okay. So once you deleted, just use again push version. Okay. It is up to date. So let's go and refresh it here. Our branch is there or not. Still it was there, right? Let me go back to here. Let's see git branch. It will be not there locally. Yeah, of course. So from here also you can able to delete it. That is one more option also, right? Just go to that future branch and delete it active branch everything. Okay, just refresh it. Two way you can able to do it. So now we are able to see it only one main branch. That is the one way you can able to do it. And other way also I showed you, right? From there also you can able to do it. Now let's go to the another steps, that is for the so merge everything run git branches everything is done. Now cloning the repository. So cloning the repository, how to do it? For example, uh, you can go and you can verify it any branches, right? So let me go to that my branch. I'll use it Python application. Just go to code. So just copy it. Uh, okay, and come down here. Let's clear it. ls git clone. You need to use this command git clone and the link. So where is that? It is not copied properly. Okay, make it ls. Are you able to see it? It is downloaded to here, Python application. Go inside here, Python application, make it ls. So all the files, it is available here, right? So this is how we can able to clone it. Now I'm going to create the one more branch again. I wanted to push to my repository, right? So I'll use it git checkout and directly I'm switching to fix typo. Okay, this is my GitHub, sorry, the branch name. Okay, now I will add all this here. Okay, I'll commit it, I'll push it. Okay, so it is pushed, right? So let's go to repository. Let me refresh it. Are you able to see it? There is a two under the fixed typo branches. These all the files are there. If you go to that master, okay, so here also it is updated. So we have a one more, right? Main branch. Where is this? Okay, okay, this has been how come this? Okay, oh, here in we're not in. Okay, let's go to my first project and view all branches. Still, it is not reset, right? Let me push it. We're already pushed, right? Let's push it to one more time. It is saying up to date, but it is not showing in the portal. There is only one file it is there. Let me try to push it forcefully. Okay, let's use git push if I new. Sorry. Okay, let me check git status. There's nothing to do it. Let's see. Still I can see it one branch. Let me see it why it is not showing. So, so this is a link, right? Let me see it. Why it is not able to see it. So if your bench, uh, so we are already done it. Let's clear it. Make it ls. Mm, Let me go back to here. Ls. Get saying no commit. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let's do it one more time. Mm, Okay. Okay. Store in the main branch. Get branch. We should not switch to the main our branch, right? Let me do it. So now what we are going to do, we need to switch to branch. That is not happen. Let's clear it. Make it less. Git branch. Okay, now it is there. On branching is nothing to comment it. Okay, it is correct. It is there. Set URL, everything. Let me rerun all the commands. Let's clear it. Let me see it one more time. Okay. So now we are able to see it, right? If we are able to see it. So due to the branches, so we did not switch to the my first, sorry, fixed type, right? So we did not switch it. Maybe that is the reason we are not able to push it. Okay. So this is how we can able to do it. Like if you wanted to, you can able to clone it any of the repo and you can update it. You can able to do it. Okay. So that is all about the git clone. So now we need to do the pull request, right? So how do we do it? So if you're able to see it, so there is already it is showing compare and pull request, right? Just create it, git pull request, okay, added, or you can say that we have cloned the project, okay. So from base is our main and compare is type, okay. So this will just compare it, it will merge the code. So if you wanted to any approval, everything you can able to do it in the company environment also. So it is showing no conflict with the base branch. Confirm. Yeah. So now let me go back to here. Are you able to see it? Merge it. So we have done it command line also. In the portal also you can able to merge it. So both the branches having a up to date, right? So if you wanted to delete, just go and delete it. So this is for the git pull request. Now we need to use SSH authentication, right? So now what I'm going to do, so now we have done it Windows, right? So for example, if you're using a Linux, how you are going to do it? Okay, that is what I'm going to show it to. So let's go to Kun. Let's create one of the Linux machine, launch instance. So now we are going to configure it. Pat authentication completed. Now we are doing SSH based authentication. So connect. I'll connecting here. So to communicate with SSH, right? So what we need to do? So we need to create the SSH, right? Okay. So just go to new repo. Just create a one more repo. Just make it test. Okay. And then create a repository. So once you create it, let me open it. Settings one more time. So are you able to see it? There is a SSH and GPG key. Okay. So just select it,
Yes.
create the new SSH uh, instance to local SSH. So keep it any name you can keep it. I'm going to paste it. So to configure the SSH, okay, what are the things we need to do? We need to generate the key, right? So let me do it. Now what I'll do, I'll just keep it here and I'll just change it name. Email ID, you can add it. Just copy this command and paste it here. So it will ask for the where you wanted to store it. Just make it 8 enter. So it will store it and it will give the path also. So this is the path. Now I need to add the this key to the one of the agent. Okay, that is called SSH only. So I'm going to just add it. This is a PID number, process ID. Now I'll add the private key. Okay, so here is the private identity key, and let me see that public key, right? So just execute this command. It will show us the your public key, right? Just copy and paste it in the here. So this public key should be added here. Private key, no need. Okay, so now we are added here. And go back to here. And if you want, okay, just check it what all the files it is generated. Right? Make it ls. See, these three files are created. So we need ls-la inside, right? Okay. ls-la. Okay. So this two is very mandatory. So public key you need to add in the GitHub and private key should be in the your locally only. Okay. Now once we configured it, okay. So how do we test it out? The connectivity is establishing or not? Just call. I'm going to just give the one of the command so that this will check that authentication. See, It will ask for the authentication, make it yes. So it is saying successfully authenticated, right? Now, so let's create the repo. We have created the repo here, right? So this is the repo we have created, right?
Like
So now, sorry.
the command which says that it has created successfully.
Correct. Authenticated is completed. So from our server to our GitHub repository, authentication completed. That is what it is saying.
Yes, sir. What was the command I'm asking?
Yeah, right. SSH-T git@github.com.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. The command, everything, well, I'm going to share it. Okay. That is also. Now we have created a new repo called test, right? We wanted to test it out, right? Now what I will do, same thing, whatever I am doing, same thing I'm doing. So first make it ls git init. Okay, so what is this? It is saying git init command is not found. Sudo yum update. First update it. Let me install it later. So let me install the git. So git is installed, right? Let me clear it. Git init. This will initialize it, right? Now let me copy, paste it. I'm going to just added the file, created the file, sorry. I'm adding to staging area and I'm just commit it. Okay. Let me use, okay, let me go back to here. What is the branch it is showing? Master only it is showing, right? Let me check it. Let me go back to here. Let me copy this entire command. I'll paste it here. It is asking for the username and password, right? It should not ask. Uh, Let me try to, if first time, right? Let me add it because we're using the SSH authentication. Let's clear it. ls. Okay. Let me see it why this is asking for the password. Let's clear it. ls-ls. Oh, sorry. I think I need to use it SSH here, right? So there is a SSH and here. So let me give it here. So this is also coming same. So let me. So while doing, you will get these are all the errors. Okay. So we need to verify it. Push it again. Let me push it. Yeah. So now it is pushed. Just refresh it. Exactly. Okay. So make sure that check while you are doing right. So you need to select it HTTPS or SSH. Okay. Let me show it here one more time. Test 1, 2, 3. So while push and pull. Okay. Sorry. While doing any activities. So are you selecting HTTPS or SSH? If you're using a PAT authentication, like a personal access token, use it HTTPS. If you're using a SSH, use it SSH. So little bit the command it is going to be changed. Okay, if you're able to see it, see HTTPS, it will come HTTPS. If you select, it will not be there. That is the main changes. So that is all about the Git and GitHub. And this GitHub, we are going to use it in the CI/CD. While doing the Jenkins, we are going to show it you how we can able to communicate it. Okay. So this is the basic to till you can say that not advanced, almost all basic. So these are all very mandatory. Okay. While as a DevOps engineer, how do we integrate from GitHub to Jenkins? I'm going to show it you how to store the Terraform files, how to do it everything in the Jenkins part, right? Because this Git and any you can take it source controller. So we are going to integrate with Jenkins. So how to create the repo, how to add that repo to the GitHub linking integration I'm going to talk about. So that is all about the Git and GitHub topic. So tomorrow we'll talk about Docker. Any questions related to?
No, sir.
Yeah. So let me know. I'm going to share the notes, everything with you. Just review it and let me know. Hmm?
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So let's wind up for today's session. Bye bye.